Hi, and welcome to the ASI Steel Excellence Awards for 2022. The Australian Steel Awards promote excellence in Australian steel, profiling strength, beauty, and versatility of steel as a prime building material. The awards recognise excellence in design, fabrication, and construction in projects which enhance our built environment. It's appropriate that I firstly recognise the founding members of the ASI, being BlueScope, InfraBuild, Liberty Primary Steel and Stramit, whose steadfast support provides the platform for ASI to serve the steel industry in all of our endeavours. I would also like to thank the many valued sponsors of the Steel Excellence Awards program for 2022. The Australian steel supply chain is a vital contributor to the Australian economy. Its ability to adapt to changing dynamics in social, economic, environmental and construction requirements is relied upon by project proponents and their clients. The projects submitted into the 2022 Steel Excellence Awards not only demonstrate the skilled collaboration of the project teams, but also how steel can contribute to our daily lives in such meaningful ways. Finally, I would like to thank the entrants for their outstanding and inspiring work demonstrated in their projects. Please enjoy the 2022 Steel Excellence Awards.
Thanks, Mark. The Steel Excellence Awards recognises excellence in project delivery via several categories. These include building large projects, building small projects, steel-clad structures, innovative cold-form buildings, engineering projects, and young designer, detailer or tradesperson. The awards are supported by our generous sponsors. Our major sponsors are BlueScope and Australian Super. Our distributor sponsors are Southern Steel, Metro, BlueScope Distribution, InfraBuild, Orcon Steel, Vulcan. Our category sponsor for innovative cold-form steel buildings is BlueScope TrueCore and the National Association of Steel Framed Housing. Before we view our award entrants, I welcome a message from our major sponsor, BlueScope. Okay, let's proceed to our first category.
Buildings, large projects. The shortlisted entries for the Buildings, large projects category are Allianz Stadium. The roof form and geometry are one of the most technically complex stadia roofs in Australia. It's lighter than traditional stadia, using up to 40% less steel, creating a more sustainable project. To achieve this result, the 2,000-tonne roof structure is shaped as a synclastic diagrid shell. This is being supported by 4 corner super columns, derricks. Between the derricks are inner-arched trusses which span 140 metres and 90 metres in length, connected by large 260mm diameter pins. The structural design includes an outer tension ring and underlying columns which connect and support the roof to the stadium bowl steelwork. 5. Parramatta Square. The innovative triangular shape design is sculpted to match the course of the winter sun. A bespoke structural steel roof frame supports the envelope of the building, forming both the roof and facade. The structure comprises a series of framed portals running up the cascading floor plates with regular supports. Within the building, tessellated floors facing the square cascade downwards in an amphitheatre style, each with views to the square below. The city landmark comprises a library and cultural facility filled with community and exhibition spaces, as well as the City of Parramatta's council chambers. Santa Sophia Catholic College. The college is a $150 million co-educational school accommodating up to 1,920 students. By embracing the principles of design for manufacture and assembly, a quick-build structural scheme was implemented. The school classroom modules were built from multi-storey structural steel framing with unpropped long-span metal deck flooring. This allowed for next-day fit-out to start in the classrooms following concrete slab pours. The use of steel was embraced across the project with architecturally exposed structural steel elements featured throughout the school. Walsh Bay Arts Precinct. The heritage Walsh Bay Arts Precinct's existing structure had stood for over 110 years, and many elements of that structure were in poor condition. Steel reinforcement of the original timber structure was the only solution. Engineers were required to design special sections which would fit into the limited spaces. Limitations included trucks to 6-ton capacity and 8 metres long. Almost 2,000 tonnes of steel then had to be moved virtually one stick at a time along the timber deck on trolleys pushed by manpower. In addition, barges were used to bring in larger 3D structures which were lifted into situ with barge-mounted cranes.
The judges awarded a high commendation in this category. The high commendation is awarded to
Santa Sophia Catholic College.
Congratulations to Santa Sophia Catholic College. And now for the winner of Buildings Large Projects for 2022.
Allianz Stadium.
There's a lot of clever engineering that's gone into the structural engineering design, which has been fascinating. But what really strikes me is at the end of the day, the simplicity and elegance of what we see when you stand here and look around is what's really special.
Approximately 85% of all the steelwork of the roof was put together down here on the pitch and lifted into position. So the reason we modularise construction like that is to really minimise the time that you have to spend at heights. It's a safety thing as well as a time thing. So we really tried to design a smart system so that every single module was stable and could be lifted into position and done really quickly.
There were many aspects of teamwork and collaboration that were crucial to the success of the project. I mean, at many different levels, starting from our relationship and work we did with John Holland, listening to them, understanding what was important to them, to then work with them to achieve the outcomes, and then in parallel the clever engineering we did with our project partners, and then internally within our own teams, having the work being delivered from nearly 10 offices. All of these required collaboration and teamwork for where we've ended up today.
So if you look at the roof and you see how complex yet elegant it is, steel is what makes that roof and makes it so special.
Look, Being recognised by your peers or industry for excellence is always very humbling. But I'm really proud to have been part of the team that has contributed to leaving this legacy which will be enjoyed by fans for years to come.
Congratulations to Allianz Stadium. Please join me in a message from our major sponsor, Australian Super.
This form. Why does the bank need to know about our super? How am I supposed to know how much I've got?
Ta-da!
Is that yours?
Mm-hmm.
Money bags. Okay. Okay, I need mine now. Where is...
Make the most of your super moment with a long-term, top-performing fund. It's Australian, it's super, and it's yours.
The next category is Building Small Projects. The shortlisted entries for the Building Small Projects category are Ashfield Aquatic Centre. This stunning centre provides a mix of community leisure and elite sports, housing 4 indoor and outdoor pools, a spa, sauna, steam room, gymnasium and cafe. The complex steel design included 200 tonnes of structural steel and a high-end 3-coat protective coating system. The architectural intent for the main rafters was a fully boxed section which was manufactured from cap-plated universal beams. Due to rolling constraints and to meet architectural intent, the columns were manufactured from plate and assembled in the factory. Transport and site constraints meant that additional splice connections were required for the safe passage and installation of the steel. Brewery Yard, Central Park. The creative and adaptive reuse of the former Irving Street Brewery offers a clear demonstration of structural innovation. The approach was to utilise as much existing structure as possible to help reduce construction costs and improve program times. The striking front facade of Building 30 consists of an existing 10-metre deep structural steel truss. The design incorporated this truss and other adjacent existing structural steel frames to form the structural lateral stability. Due to site access constraints, extensive analysis and coordination was carried out to ensure that the structural solution maximised buildability. Catherine Macaulay Catholic Chapel. Visually welcoming, the chapel offers amenity including seating for 500, parish office, confessionals and back-of-house spaces. The development has been designed and constructed to an equivalent of 4-star Green Star standard. The intent is a reinterpretation of the traditional church within a contemporary social, environmental and economic context, and is a hybrid between a religious and community space. The large span overhangs are provided for amenity of both users walking around the building and provide passive shading. These large overhangs are held up with the large steel truss members, which are clearly detailed in form and pure white in colour. COVID-19 Surge Centre. The relocatable COVID-19 surge facility was conceived and constructed with a 7-day design phase and 36-day construction time. The prefabricated floor and roof systems allowed the building to be enclosed and weathertight within days so that finishing and fit-out could begin. Design for manufacture and assembly approach offered several unique solutions to the demand of starting fabrication and construction before architectural and service designs were resolved. The light gauge steel design for the structure allowed it to be broken down again and containerised to be transported to a new site. CSIRO Clean Lab. The CSIRO required a new clean lab for their research centre on a leased site in Narrabri. Specific complexities of the project included laboratory conditions requiring the building to be airtight and the floor to have extremely low vibration tolerance, wall panels up to 6 metres high which required a custom solution for transport and delivery. The building also needed to be easily disassembled for removal from site at the end of the lease. Solutions included a prefabricated floor system, light gauge steel wall frames, prefabricated facade and roof panels, all providing a fast build time and accurate results. Floating designer store staircase. The project's main design feature element involves the design and documentation of a very ambitious self-supporting helical structural steel stair which spanned the height of 2 equivalent stories. This required 2 suspended floating landings for BCA compliance and then separated into 2 independent flights at the upper transition. The design detail introduced a series of tuned mass dampers which were able to rectify dynamic issues while still achieving all of the design objectives. This is a wonderful example of excellence in steel design, engineering and construction while dealing with the constraints of an existing heritage-listed building. Northside Clinic. How do you build another level on top of an operational health facility without disrupting the running of the facility or disturbing the staff and patients? By utilising a design for manufacture and assembly approach, the scope included prefabricated facade panels to the top level to match existing and top-level prefabricated wall and roof framing to sit on the existing roof slab. The prefabricated facade panels with box window detail were framed off-site, assembled and clad on-site at ground level, lifted into place and fitted from the existing roof level. This resulted in limited preliminary site costs, truck movements and waste. Oceano. A spectacular location set the scene for an ambitious cantilevered house designed to float above the tree line. Fabricated trusses for the long sides of the home created the double-storey structural walls. The built-in platforms around 3 sides of the house also negated the need for any scaffold. Once the first level of trusses and secondary members, including cold-rolled joists, were installed, the flooring then created a safe working platform. With its proximity to the ocean, all structural elements were galvanised. BIM models were shared for collaboration and a 3D model used for erection. Opal Glenmore Park. This intricate project is a perfect example of applying solutions of structural and light gauge steel in combination, maximising the architectural feature and achieving high productivity and cost efficiency. Utilisation of a high-level BIM model with integration of lightweight and structural steel set the platform for seamless coordination with consultants and the builder and has minimised error and cost on site. A lightweight purlin design for an efficient ceiling void provided flexibility for services, while the rim beam design is fully compliant to fire rating regulation and achieved great cost reduction in engineering. Quay Quarter Tower Spiral Stair. Quay Quarter Tower is the redevelopment of the former AMP Tower at 50 Bridge Street, Sydney. The design required the fabrication and installation of 3 sets of spiral stairs, the largest of which spans 9 floors and forms the architectural centrepiece of the 21 to 29 floor atrium. The design and drafting team commissioned a 3D printed scale replica of the stair sections based on the BIM model. This was used to design a custom lifting rig which could hold each 10-ton asymmetrical shaped section of stairs in perfect balance, and also calculate the logistics of transporting these huge sections. Smalls Road Public School. School design is reaching new levels of creativity in construction, and light gauge steel framing solutions in tandem with design for manufacture and assembly is helping the project team to compress build times and cost milestones. A clever designed panelised framing system allowed building works, slabs and structure to be constructed on site, whilst the wall and roof framing was being fabricated off-site. The roof framing was designed to be installed in large panels via crane, and wall framing was fabricated in panels to speed up installation time. Waste was minimised by designing and fabricating off-site using precision drafting and manufacturing software. Yiranmar Place. This project involved the restoration of the existing 1927 heritage building and additions to transform the structure into a collaborative office space and community hub. Works included strengthening the existing steel skeleton structure, particularly the 34-metre roof trusses, to withstand higher loads of the additional office space. Supporting the existing building using a temporary configurable truss structure for excavation of the basement. The design and implementation of a transfer structure to remove an obstructing masonry wall which was 14 metres high and 48 metres wide, and design the seamless transition from the old to the innovative new.
The judges awarded a high commendation in this category. The high commendation is
Key Quarter Tower Spiral Stair.
Congratulations, Key Quarter Tower Spiral Stairs. And now for the winner for Buildings Small Projects 2022.
Oceano.
The most challenging aspect of this project, but also what we're most proud of, is the installation. Typically installing steel on the side of a hill is challenging enough, but throwing a battle axe block, one-way tight access, no room for EWPs, 55 tonne of steel with sections weighing up to 5 tonne, and a cantilevered house, we had our work cut out for us. The Nivigate site was perfect for steel. It was large, prefabricated, welded truss sections could cantilever over the tree canopy. Being able to construct the truss in such large sections meant that the house could be constructed quickly and safely. To ensure ease of install, it was paramount that the trusses with multiple connection points, less than 2mm clearance for bolt holes, could be bolted together with ease. Pre-assembling the truss in the factory before welding off gave us peace of mind for a snug fit on site. Furthermore, the weight and size of the members in respect to galvanising, transport, access to the workplace and crane capacity had to be front of mind. Collaborating with the engineer, our detailer Innovators and the builder JCP Constructions to ensure we considered all elements from fabrication to install was vital. We thank Innovators for another perfectly detailed project and JCP for giving us the opportunity and support throughout the build. Importantly, I acknowledge and thank Coastal Steel employees, our subcontractors, including Waters, Cranes and Jeff Steer Transport, for all the hard work and problem solving. The project was always intended to showcase steel as its primary material. Along with being the key structural element, the galvanised steel is exposed on the exterior and interior and makes for an impressive sight, as from below it appears to float above the tree line. We're extremely honoured and proud to win this award and believe it's recognition for all the hard work and many hours spent to deliver a successful project.
Congratulations to Oceano.
Our next category is Steel-clad structures.
The winner for Steel-clad Structures 2022 is
CSIRO Clean Lab. The CSIRO's new Research Clean Lab facility is located in Narrabri in regional New South Wales. The design for manufacture approach delivered this complex building with certainty and quality. The beauty of steel cladding not only achieved the desired aesthetics, but also provided the solutions to meet requirements for pre-assembly of the 6-metre high wall panels for transportation.
This project was one of the most complex projects this business has ever delivered. We had to build a full-scale laboratory with high KPA floor loads, prefabricated in Mittagong and delivered to Narrabri in New South Wales through the depths of COVID-19. We had massive challenges with the supply of materials for all aspects of this project. We had to be highly coordinated with our suppliers for the supply of steel in this project, and the depth of our supply chain was the only way that we could accomplish this project in the time frame and to the quality that we achieved. Our relationship with the builder FKG was the only way that this project could be achieved in the essence of the expediency and efficiency that was delivered throughout the project. The levels of coordination with mechanical services and electrical services throughout the project made it quite difficult to accommodate, But with the work of both parties, of FKG and Austrust and the other services contractors, we got to a completion of a successful project. Using steel for this project gave us the flexibility to adapt and get bigger spans and have transportable sections that we could confidently package and deliver from Mittagong to Narrabri. We're proud to accept this award because it's a culmination of a number of years' worth of development of a direction that this business is proceeding in, and a benefit to the industry and isolated projects that are completed in remote locations with the standards and quality of what the country should expect to receive. I'm incredibly proud of our team for the process of the design and the delivery of this project.
Congratulations, CSIRO Clean Lab. The sponsor for Innovative Cold Form Steel Buildings category is BlueScope TrueCore and Nash.
The next category is Innovative Cold Form Steel Buildings. COVID-19 Surge Centre, Canberra. In a time of crisis, this new 1,700 square metre health facility was conceived and constructed within 5 weeks. Prefabrication was key to achieving this extraordinary result, with light gauge steel framing providing accurate solutions for wall, floor and roof framing. The innovative steel framing also provided for the necessity to be able to disassemble the project for relocation at a future date. Crown Towers, Barangaroo. The Crown Towers apartment project required a solution for stud walling and a curved entry wall to be clad in stone. Deflection limitations were a critical consideration for the brittle cladding joists. Significant design and testing were undertaken to address the abatement of noisy stud syndrome experienced in some structures. This included an increase in stud sizes with a complementary reduction in gauge. Additional nogging tracks to double-sided lined walls reduced the clamping action of the wall linings and minimised wall panel movement associated with possible structure movement. CSIRO Clean Lab. With the CSIRO's requirement for new Clean Lab Research Centre, light gauge steel framing addressed complexities of the project. Low vibration tolerances were a design necessity to meet the sensitive laboratory conditions. Steel framing was ideal to meet the pre-assembly and transportation of panels to suit the walls, floor and roofing. Specialised systems were also designed to facilitate the transport of the prefabricated kit of parts. A fast construction timetable was achieved, and smart building design provides the platform for future location. Northside Clinic. The high-strength rigidity and lightweight properties of cold-formed steel has met the design intent for this prestigious facility, achieving reduced loads on the existing structure. With vibration and noise limitations critical for the existing medical practice to operate, pre-assembly of frames off-site achieves the brief. Ability to clad the facade panels prior to installation set the scene for safer installation and a speedy build program. Opal Glenmore Park. The combination of light gauge steel framing and structural steel has provided solutions for this large care facility. The construction design was not only extremely cost efficient, but it also provided the ease to achieve the architecturally complicated roof features. Lightweight purlins were designed to provide a greater sealing void, creating flexibility for services. With the trend of steel design using high-level BIM models, the seamless coordination of all site participants ensures an efficient build with safer outcomes. Smalls Road Public School. This 3-storey circular public school set new standards for educational facilities in New South Wales. Intelligent design, incorporating a panelised steel framing system, allowed for off-site modules to be installed in quick succession. The large, lightweight roof frames were designed to be installed in sections to create the circular intent, while supporting wall frames were also prefabricated to speed up installation time. The result is an architecturally stunning facility for future generations to come together to mix and to learn.
The winner for 2022 in this category is...
COVID-19 Surge Centre.
This project stretched our team to another level. We had to have a production from a date of an order on a Tuesday. We had to be in production on Easter, Friday, Saturday. We had the Sunday off and we're still in production on the Monday. Our team committed to this project and we delivered. COVID was a challenge during this project, and we had to make sure that we had enough supply chain of steel to deliver this project in the expedited manner that it was required to create our social benefit for the community. The speed of trust that was evident between Mantina, AusTrust and the rest of the contractors on this project was the standout in the delivery of it. Without that speed of trust, this project would not have been delivered in the 5-week period that it was. Steel as a material gave us the flexibility to create telescopic walls that would let the building grow and reduce, as the design was not finalised when we started production. So we had no fixed floor plan, so we had to be flexible, and steel gave us that benefit of being flexible. We as a business are incredibly proud to receive this award for the time and effort that was put in by the team to deliver this project.
Congratulations to COVID-19 Surge Centre.
Our next category is Engineering Projects. The shortlisted entries for the Engineering Projects category are Central Station Northern Concourse Roof. This magnificent roof structure spans from platform 8 to 16 and sits 16 metres above the ground. The 80-metre long, 40-metre wide roof has diamond-shaped openings to allow natural light to filter through into the station. The roof comprises 342 tonnes of permanent steelwork and 45 tonnes of temporary steelwork and propping. A pre-assembly yard was created and was key to delivering an accurate pre-assembly of the roof. The installation sequence included temporary roof support towers followed by the hockey stick girders. The rafters and linking beams were next, and final installation of the roof cassettes after a survey alignment of the primary structure. Parramatta Light Rail, Itchy Bitchy Bridge. This steel arch bridge is 16 metres high and wide and 64 metres long. Its span is New South Wales' second longest, second only to the Sydney Harbour Bridge. When fabricating and assembling large heavy sections of the bridge, design jigs were required to hold the steel plates into position. The bridge uses 425 tonnes of Australian weathering steel to support the 1,000-tonne concrete deck and the light rail twin tracks. Positive environmental impacts are integral to this design, with elements reduced to optimise geometry and performance. The use of weathering steel in the bridge construction will significantly reduce the long-term maintenance requirements. Rozelle Interchange. The Green Link Bridge is a landscaped, shared user path spanning City Westlink and the Crescent. The bridge measures 116 metres in length, 15 metres in width, and features 8 main segments, which were fabricated and transported to site. It's designed as a landscaped structure with small trees, grasses and ground cover plants lining the edges. The strength and durability of the structure was achieved through a range of design innovations, including innovative amalgamation of structural steelwork. Long bolted outriggers extend from the composite tub girders, offering high strength and durability while reducing the need for additional girders. Specialist wind turbine anchor cage solution. An anchor cage is used as a foundation cage to anchor the wind tower to its concrete foundation. This innovative design removes the need for the non-biodegradable grout pocket forming ingots, replacing it with reusable and recycled metal top forming rings. Only 10 top forming rings are needed, irrespective of the number of towers on a project. The top forming rings enable the delivery of fully assembled 1/4 sections, ready to drop accurately into position. This dramatically reduces construction time and costs, as the 1/4 sections can be assembled on site with 2 people and a crane in under 2 hours. Terral Bridge. Linking the Homestead Precinct and Western Floodplain Viewing Platform, the design incorporates weathering steel cladding, which embodies the desired culture and aesthetic requirements. The InQuick bridge system is a semi-modular bridge solution providing a 100-year design life. The bridge system was developed to maximise quality through prefabrication and for ease of transportation as lightweight modules and installation. The bridge panels are self-supporting, and during the concrete pour, the trusses carry their own weight plus the formwork. The concrete cures in a neutral state, supported by the steel, allowing full comprehensive and tensile strength of the concrete to be retained for live loads.
The judges have awarded 2 high commendations for this category. The first high commendation is
Rozelle Interchange.
Congratulations, Rozelle Interchange Project. The second high commendation for this category is
Terral Bridge.
Congratulations to Terral Bridge. Our winner for 2022 in this category is
Central Station Northern Concourse Roof.
To be able to walk through such an iconic facility, look up and know that our steel is in the structure of the largest and busiest railway station in Australia forever is a source of great pride.
Rail possession provided a very limited time frame for works, so we had to come up with a modular fabrication and pre-assembly to enable final installation within a 48-hour period. To address this challenge, we fabricated the roof into modules, which were then fitted out with all cladding, glazing, electrical and plumbing prior to transport and installation. One of the additional measures we implemented was to again pre-build Bay 4, comprising of 8 individual lifts into a complete module for final installation on a single night shift during the week.
We engaged early with our client, Langer Rock, to optimise the design for efficient fabrication and installation. We established an assembly yard and client site office on our premises to collaborate with Langer Rock for all fabrication, coatings, pre-assembly and disassembly. Our LFABS transport team then transported the modules to Sydney
for Alfab Site Services installer.
The versatility of steel with its high strength to weight ratio made it the ideal material for timely fabrication and erection. We are able to fabricate steel across large self-supporting spans without relying on the existing heritage structure for support. The pre-assembly of the roof in our yard gave everyone the confidence to maximise safety and production during the possession windows. Steel is one of the few products that could allow this process to happen successfully.
We're proud to be a local, family-owned company. This award forms part of the Alfab's journey. After years of establishing customer-focused management systems to collaborate on Tier 1 large infrastructure projects. This validates our dedication to our Alfab's people, clients, and our continuous commitment to safety, quality, and delivery.
Congratulations, Central Station Northern Concourse Roof.
Our next category is Young Designer, Detailer, Tradesperson.
The winner for 2022 is
Jude Barrow. Starting his career at 14 in his father's metal workshop in Syria, Jude had taken on this responsibility as his father became disabled after an accident. Jude was successful in securing an apprenticeship and commenced working at Chess Engineering in 2020. Jude has progressed to leading hand in the sheet metal works and plans to pursue pressure welding certificates before he finishes his apprenticeship.
What do you enjoy the most about working in the steel industry?
The stainless steel work, TIG welding.
What are you most proud of?
The oven reel, rolling the oven reel, the big job.
What do you hope to accomplish over your career?
I like to be the supervisor in Chess Engineering. Even I like to run my own business.
Yeah. How does it make you feel to win this award?
That makes me so happy and make me work so hard for Chess and for myself.
Very good. All right, well, congratulations on winning the award.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations to Jude Barrow. Well, that concludes the Steel Excellence Awards for 2022 for New South Wales. Congratulations to all our high commendations and our winners. I sincerely thank everyone who contributed their fantastic projects into this year's program. Don't forget that the winners from each category will vie for national honours against their state counterparts at the National Awards Gala Dinner on November 22nd in Sydney. Thanks for joining us.